If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Just an incredibly nice guy, clearly a great, he has surrounded himself with great coaches. And what he did in Baltimore this year, I don't think anybody could have predicted, and certainly not with Joe Flacco. And Flacco's right from your neighborhood up there near Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Place from Audubon. A little more blue collar than Cherry Hill. But Audubon has never produced an athlete of the like of Joe Flacco. So we claim him. We claim Matt Ryan as well on the other side of the river. But, you know, I think one of the strengths of Harbaugh is, first of all, he built a great relationship with Steve Bisciotti. He's Steve's kind of guy. He's a guy's guy. So he can sit there and talk football with you all day long. I mean, his dad was a legendary coach. His brother, obviously, is a great player. The game of football is in his blood. And I think when you're a special teams coach of the year, special teams coach, you cut the cross-section of an entire team. You talk to the Ed Reeves, who plays on a punt return team. You talk to the kickers and the punters. You talk to the 53rd guy on the team. You have to relate to everybody. Now, the way you know if you're a good special teams coach is if your head coach never has to come in and oversee one of your meetings. And in 8 years in Philadelphia as a special teams coach there, I don't believe Andy Reid ever had to step into a John Harbaugh meeting to make sure that the players were getting the message. He knows how to teach. He knows how to relate to players.
This year, with what the Ravens did come in oh so close, I mean, it's been a painful couple weeks for the Purple. It really has.
Yeah, it is. But look, when you look at this season, I mean, one of the amazing things to me about this year is we never talked about Jonathan Ogden. I mean, you get a Jonathan Ogden retire once every 10 years. He retired this year, and we never talked about Ogden. Now, that's a credit to the offensive line, to what Jared Gaither did at left tackle, to what they did bringing in Willie Anderson, to the move where LaRon McClain became your starting tailback. Nobody saw that coming. He was there on the roster.
I don't think anybody could have predicted it.
Nobody. So all these things that happened, it's amazing. It's amazing how it all came together and how quickly it came together.
Pittsburgh and Arizona, I saw you chasing these teams throughout the playoffs. You've had a chance to see them play, and I know nobody breaks down film the way you do. We love the Playbook Show, the AFC and NFC Playbook Show. You're partners with our partner, Brian Baldinger, of course. What have you seen on this? And you called me the morning of the Raven game. You said, you know, not liking what I'm seeing from Ray, from Trevor Price, some other guys that just beaten up. You thought the Ravens were beaten up. 2 weeks gone now with Pittsburgh and Arizona. Certainly Hines Ward was a little beaten up. Certainly even Roethlisberger came out of the game a little bit, not out of the game, but off the field with his back in the Pittsburgh game. Lingering effects of that, and what do you make of this Cardinal juggernaut and Kurt Warner right now?
Well, I think Arizona's going to win the game straight out. I think that if you had to...
Say that again. I love to hear that. I just love to hear that Arizona's going to win the game straight
out. Forget about the points or, you know, whatever. I mean, this is Arizona's game to win straight up. And if you had to sit down in a meeting, sit down in a room with Dick LeBeau privately, and just go, of all the teams that came into the postseason, who's your worst nightmare of a matchup? He'd tell you the Arizona Cardinals. Because, A, they beat the Steelers last year. So they've seen LeBeau, they've seen the blitzes, they've seen the personnel, they're familiar with it. There's muscle memory there from week 4 a year ago. You take the brain trust of Ken Whisenhunt and Russ Grimm, scorn lovers, and you take them 3 years there with LeBeau, knowing the personnel, the schemes, how they think, what they can anticipate. They're going to use that to their advantage. And then you take that trio of receivers with Kurt Warner, and you go, okay, defenders. I don't know if there's a defense that can defend it. Series to series to series. Certainly Pittsburgh is going to make it very, very tough on them, but the weakest part of this defense is in the very back end, and that's exactly where Arizona can see it.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.